I'm decorating a house in Paralives, but each room will be a different color. So we're going to use a random wheel spin to tell us which color goes with each room. So I'm thinking we're going to do a kitchen, a bedroom, a living room, a bathroom, and a dining room. And we'll see, maybe we'll add more rooms. We'll see as we go. Glasses on. All right, so we are in the game and let's look at a house to use. All right, so I'm going to enable cheats and give us as much money as possible so that when we build, there's no issue. All right, so now that we have $1 million, let's purchase this household. All right, so we're gonna start with this green townhome in the middle here. And so with build mode, let's see, we've got this top floor that has a couple rooms. Let's put down the walls. So this I'm thinking could be the bedroom, or maybe here an upstairs bathroom, maybe a little office. Down here, the second floor, maybe the living room. And then this bottom floor, definitely a kitchen, a little bathroom. And it even has a balcony section here. So let's start with the kitchen. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna use the random wheel spinner to tell us what color the kitchen is gonna be. So hold on. All right, so let's see what color the kitchen's gonna be. Let's see what we get. And so the kitchen's gonna be yellow. I don't know how to feel about yellow, but we'll see. We'll make this work. Right, yellow kitchen is what we're looking at. I'm thinking let's like put up walls. If we're looking at walls, it makes sense since this is the entrance. I'm thinking maybe the kitchen counters line up here, but then where would the fridge go? Would the fridge go like here maybe? Then have the kitchen counters be sort of that way. But then I'm thinking, should there be like a dining room section there, and then this is the bathroom, and that's sort of the first floor situation. So I realized that I need to put some stairs here. So let's go down and think about where the stairs would be, because that kind of is important. Would the stairs be here, and what does that do for upstairs? The stairs would be sort of there, and then these stairs go here. Does that work? Because I'm trying to think. I guess that works the best. And then the dining room is sort of just in the middle. This is obviously the entryway. You can still get into a little tiny bathroom there. So let's start with the kitchen. And so kitchen, and it needs to be yellow. Start with some counters, I guess. What color counters do we want? Ooh, I like these counters. Then let's make it yellow. Ooh, maybe like this sort of yellow. Let's try that. So the counters could be there, and let's look at cabinets to match the counter cabinets. These are, so maybe up above. Let's get the walls so I can see. Would these counters be cute? Let's see. I don't think I'm obsessed with this, but I have heard you can do something like this. And hold on. So if I drag out the counters, it would sort of look like that. Let's keep looking. Let's get this color. I see the variants we have here. Hold on. So this is like a little corner situation. But how do I like make it go to the right corner? So sort of like that, and then let's still like sort of figuring out how Paralives works, but it's a cute game so far. Let's see, what else can we do? Top there. Then let's see if we can drag this out. Yes, like this. Okay, and then get rid of this mess that I had. Is this cute? Or if we drag it out to wherever. I'm thinking drag it out exactly to where it stops there, and then we keep it going. Let's see how we like that. Not sure how I feel. And then we do a sort of corner situation here too. Hold on. Corner. Why doesn't this corner work here? Let's see. That should work. And then we just, select this. Ooh, bear with me guys. I'm trying out here. And then select this and move it this way. And do it this way. But I realized, do we like these that have the little handles, or do we like what I had here. I think we like the ones with the handles better. So let's delete these. Then we can just drag it there so it's like that. I kind of like the idea of the counter's not going all the way to where this stops, but is it just more normal to have it that way? I don't know. Then let's continue. So this is sort of what I figured out so far. And then see, it's kind of like weird clipping, so I'm gonna have to move if I want this to work, I'm gonna have to move where that is. So first, let's do appliances really quickly and find a fridge that works. And it's gonna need to be yellow. Which fridge? Ooh, this fridge is cute. And it could sort of be this yellow, but is it weird to have the yellow be a bit off? I think we should change this color. Don't want it to be like everything be the exact same yellow, because I think that's gonna look a bit weird. So I'm trying to play around with the yellow. See, maybe the fridge should be bright yellow to sort of stand out. Maybe more of a mustard yellow. Do we like that? Yellow is difficult, and I'm also going to change these accents to make them yellow too. Honestly, let's go ahead and do that. So this window here, let's make it yellow instead. These windows there, I kind of like that yellow there. I don't know why this is here. Let's move that. So yellow windows here. Should we also make the door yellow? Ooh, it could be that yellow. Match with the fridge. Let's see how that looks. That yellow does not look good, so we're going to change that. Pale yellow for the door there. I'm going to do the same with the windows in the front, since this is all, well, actually I'm gonna have this be yellow since this is part of the kitchen, but I'm not sure what color the bathroom is going to be, so we'll wait on this window and sort of get back to it. And then the door, I don't know what color we're feeling for the door. I'm just gonna have the door be white for now, since we'll sort of cross that bridge when we get there. And I'm sort of just gonna make this like that for now. That's fine. Back to the kitchen. Let's sort of figure out the rest of this cabinet situation to make it less strange. Maybe we do this situation here to break it up, because we can't cover the windows. And then get this color swatch. What color is this? This is E6. Oh, so then it's like this. So for some reason the coloring is just slightly off, so I'm gonna make it paler like that. And then this, can I like move it back? Yes, we can. And then what we're gonna do here, so I made that shorter so that it does not hide so I made it shorter so it doesn't really clip into the window all that much. And then I'm gonna actually take this apart here and have, ooh, what I didn't think about was where this stove is going to be. So probably want the stove somewhere like there. Let's add the stove in so that, and then actually what I'm going to do is right about here, add this back in, and then do the same here. So to add this back in and add space for the stove. Let's see what stove we want. There's that stove. I'm not obsessed. This stove, or we like this stove. This. I think I like this blue stove the most. Of course, we have to change the color. Let's do white for now, and then see how we make that fit in. So make sure that it goes flush. We would like it to, and then is there a vent hood? Look at this situation, and maybe keep it white for now. And then let's see, a microwave. Wait, first we need to see about a sink. Where should the sink go? Interesting. I like this sink best right there. Or do we do the double sink? Let's see. I just like that sink the way it was. There's a little double sink. There's this sink like that. And then have the microwave. I like the idea of the microwave matching the fridge. So we'll have that microwave there. Any other appliances? We could have a little coffee. I think that's cute, having a little coffee table there. I think that's it for the appliances. We could have a toaster. Not really sure where we would put the toaster. Right there for now. And then let's add in my favorite part, which is decor and clutter. Let's sort out what we do here. Start with rugs, a runner or a rug. I'm not mad at the idea of just having a huge rug just in the middle like this. Of having it match that way, maybe. Then I'm gonna slightly change the color so it matches the fridge. So let's get that color again. So now it matches that color, and let's see. Feels a bit too bright, so I'm actually gonna lower it for the rug a little bit so it's just not so bright because it's very bright. What about this? I think I like that a little bit better. So what else do we have to make? I feel like maybe we should have to make the oven yellow too. I was gonna try to cheat and keep that white, but I think it just matches better yellow anyways, so let's change it. All right, so it's yellow matching the fridge now. I just realized that the microwave was a little off, so I put it and made it the same color. So all the appliances are now the same color, right? That's sort of it with the walls up. And let's add some clutter. What else? Ooh, let's do a trash can first. A little inside trash can. Do like this one. It's very tiny, but it sort of fits the place. Or do like this one. I think that's too big for what we have going on. Unless, see, because it's right by the door. So let's just have a little tiny one right here so it fits in the space. Have it be right there, a little tiny trash can. And then let's look at all the kitchen decor that or kitchen clutter that we can add. We can have some wine bottles at the top, or should we put those? Should it be here on the top there, or should it be put those crates up there? Then I'm just gonna start adding stuff and see how I like things to be. All right, I added a few things, but I'm thinking, let's see about a little dining room space. It's gonna be small since we don't have that much space, but I'm thinking maybe something like this. We can like size it up a bit, sort of see if that works. Let's look at chairs. If we just did like these and didn't do it in every spot, or maybe like this, and then we deleted this one. So we're not gonna have a separate dining room. We're just gonna have the dining room be in the kitchen. I don't know if I already said that, but in case I did not say that, that's what we're doing. So this is a little dining area. It's just attached to the kitchen. Let's sort of move it here. We can still get to the back patio and go up the stairs. There's still room on both sides to do that. Let's do a little decor on that. Have a cute little plant there. Let's look at another plant. Have a plant there too. Is that when the walls are up? Cute. They're little, this is what I'm looking for. But can I put these on? Can I like size this down and then raise it in a way? Ooh, that table runner is super cute. So I'm thinking the kitchen is complete for now. We might add a few more things as we go along, but I really like this kitchen. Yellow was a tough one, but I don't think it's bad. I think it's kind of cute. So I think what would be easiest to do is this little bathroom here. And let's see what color we get for this little bathroom here. So let's get everything up. Let's spin the wheel for the half bath. And what are we gonna get? Ooh, wait, not bad. So the half bath is gonna be brown, which honestly is gonna fit the yellow really well. So not mad at that. All right, so since this is just a half bath, it's actually gonna be very simple. We can go with this and change the colors. This base, we're gonna make a darker brown here. Ooh, I like that. How do we feel about that? I kind of like that toilet being that way. So we'll go with that, and then let's look at a sink. Ooh, we could do this sink here, but I don't think that really matches. So we'll go with this. Or we could do this. I think I like this the best, as long as it fits. Let's see if we can make that work. When we put the sink here, it just goes into the window, and you could add a mirror there. So I'm thinking maybe do it this way and just have it be here. Let's see how that looks. Or hold on, we could do it this way and have the toilet be this way. Let's move this here, and then yes, let's put up the mirror this way. This works. What mirror do we want? This one works best, but I could do like this, and then sort of like, can we stretch it out? We can, and sort of have this mirror be here. But is that the best mirror? Honestly, maybe that mirror is pretty cute the way that it is. If we do it darker like that, but I like it how it was like this. And then let's change this window and have it, is that brown nice? see from the outside. Maybe like that from the outside. It's going to be a bit of a wonky house, which is, I think that's fun. So that works. Let's keep going. Or we can just have it be the same, actually. That's probably nicer. The windows there. Let's think about, ooh, what I did not think about was curtains. Oh my gosh, how could I always forget curtains. I don't know why. So let's see. So I just put those curtains up in the kitchen. And then for this little area, I'm thinking just putting this curtain here. And then back to the bathroom, it can have, what curtain would be like here with that brown curtain in the bathroom. I'm not mad at it. For lighting, I put this little ceiling light, which I really like. And then I also think we could match it in the kitchen, maybe. I don't know, we'll leave it for now. But then maybe a small little carpet or small little rug. There's this little rug. I really do like it, but I don't know if it's weird that it goes under the toilet, because it's like, how did you get a rug under the toilet? You know, that's not very realistic. So let's keep looking. There's this rug that I sort of just sized it down and put it there. I think that's cute. Let's also do front door rug here, because I forgot to do that as well. Just a simple little rug there. So I added this little breakfast nook because I think that actually fits a little better, and I put the toaster over there. Or we could put the toaster here by the bread and then make this slightly bigger. I think that makes sense. So in the bathroom, let's just add a little bit of decor, things to put on the walls. And let's see. Since it's a half bath, we just have like a small little towel there. It's a small space, but I think we can get away with a plant in the corner. A plant, maybe like this plant, and size it down. Let's try. Plant works in that corner. It's not bad. Like something small like this hanging on the wall is cute. So this is our little bathroom. That's super cute. Wait, should we add something? I always do this. I'm not mad at that. It's a cute little bathroom, complete. Now we've sort of done the bottom level, but what we're gonna do is do the terrace next, or this little terrace balcony area. So let's spin to see what color we get for this little area here. Let's see. So let's spin for the terrace. What color can we get? We're gonna have green for the terrace. That's interesting. Let's see if we can make that work. Green. So if we're looking at little outdoor spaces, do we think we have room for these little tanning beds? Maybe I can size them down and they work. Let's just see. Hold on. So I'm still definitely getting used to this game. So from what I can tell, I can't really size this one down. So I'm gonna try something else. Maybe we could do a little couch and make it like like a little day couch. 100%. Let's make it green though. Do we like that green? Like, I don't know. I guess. You know what? We're going to keep this green for now. Wait, do we like this couch more? Like, it could be a literal... Wait, hold on a second. Would it be crazy if we had this cactus couch? Are we doing too much with that? This couch, I feel like this is too much of an indoor looking couch. So I don't want to go with this one. Could we have something like this here as well? It's sort of like... Does that look weird? Oh, that's kind of cute. We can do flip it around or have it here or something. I don't know. I feel like we're doing too much with the cactus couch. I'm sorry if we love the cactus couch, but I feel like it was not fitting a vibe. So we could have like this couch here and then color, change it to maybe a light green somewhere. And I forgot you can do different textures. I don't know if we like any of these. Something like this, just so there's some texture to the couch. But do we like that green? Because I like the greens coming here, so maybe we should just match it to this. Maybe this lighter color that we've got going on the backrest. Maybe we try this color. That shows up very yellow actually there, so maybe we go with the dark green that's there. Let's try it. I think this works a lot better, but I do want to change like the frame like that, and the wicker as well, dark like this. I think I like that better. I think I like this better, but should we make it so it's a 3? Definitely not 4, but is it better as 3? We kind of have some space, so let's see. For now I'll keep it 3, but maybe we'll move it back to 2 like that. I don't know. For now we'll keep 3. It's really not a large couch, so I think we can get away with 3. Let's do a little outdoor rug. Let's see. Oh my gosh, so the problem is because these are coded as rugs, they like won't go outside. That sucks. Not any of them. Like some of these totally work as outdoor rugs. Okay, so we can do like the mats. So if it's like a welcome mat or something like that, then it does let me use it, if that makes sense. Or we could just do one like this, but we'd have to do a little custom. I forgot that we can have custom. This game is genuinely so cool. I absolutely love it. So we can have any of these custom things here. Like this is green. Let's look at that. That's green. This is green as well, and we can adjust it as needed. Ooh, so I went with this for the rug. Let's move it. How should it be placed? Should it be placed right here? Does that look nice? Let's add some more things and see how we like the space. Let's go to outdoor and add a grill. What sort of grill do we want? It needs to be a green grill. That's what I know for sure. And then maybe the base is a brown base. I like this. Do not ask me how much of a fire safety hazard this is, because girl, I don't know. It's probably not great. It's literally fine. Should we do like that? How do we like that green? I'm like very okay with greens mixing, but I don't know how do we all feel about all these greens mixing. This light here, I think I'm gonna add another, have it be like this, and color also be green. We're gonna do green. Oh, I like that. Quite cute. Let's get some plants. Ooh, or the trash can. Ugh, I forgot about this. Do we need to have the trash cans out here? Meh. Don't really want to do that. Let's do plants for now because that's more important to me. I wish we could have some plants up on the ledge. That would be so cute. I don't think it'll let me though. What about this huge plant right here? Do we like this? There's a plant like that. Kind of maybe love that huge plant, but let's keep going. See, because we definitely need another plant. Little plant there maybe. Then have some like hanging. But we could this situation instead. Because what if we just do one light here and then hanging plant there? Would that look a little bit better? And size this hanging plant down a little bit and have it be like there. We can make it look a little bigger. Then let's see, what else can we add here? Did these little roses here? I think that looks so cute. Should we add them here as well? Or is that giving too much? I think I could size it down and have it be there, but have them be there like that. Super cute. Then we could have some more. Maybe this person is just super into plants. We can add even some vines hanging sort of down. We have some vines there. Should I have some vines on the actual house? How much is overdoing it though? So this is sort of what I figured out. Very plant-like person. Let's see, can we hang up paintings on the outside walls? Because I think we can. And if so, let's get something going. Maybe like right here. Let's see if we can just find something that fits that would work. We do like that, but I just wish it was a different color that actually worked. Let's make, ooh, yes, we can add in a green that we haven't used before. Maybe like that. And then let's keep looking at designs. We have that or this, like that. That's kind of cute. It kind of works. Or we could have it in black. Just look at all of my options. Or let's look at one that's already in a game. Like what do we have that could be here? Something like, I don't know, they could have a random cool sword here. Why not? Is it kind of weird to have a clock outside? Because it just fits the vibe a little bit. I didn't think about this, but we could have these sort of over the couch because, or could it have that over the couch and it sort of is nice to just sit out? Does that make sense? Then I think we'd get rid of the moss over there, the darker green, because like maybe she just wants to like sit outside in the shade a little bit. I don't know, maybe. There's another plant here, and I think I'm gonna add even another plant. size it up a bit. Because this is a plant person, a plant girly. So she's just gonna have plants everywhere outside. Like if you have a terrace like this, why would you not have a bunch of plants? Right? I don't know. I'm not a plant person. I don't know much about plants. So if you're a plant person, you're probably like, these plants would all die. I'm sorry, I just don't know anything about plants. So I definitely am just adding them very randomly. So this is the outside area. I'm not mad at this. I think it's pretty cute. So this is a green terrace, and we've sort of done the entire front area. We've done the kitchen, the bathroom, the terrace. So now we start on the upper area. That was clipping through the floor, so I fixed that a bit. Now we've got the second floor, and I'm thinking this would be like the living room area. Maybe like have like a nook. I'm not really sure exactly what we're gonna do with the area, but definitely sort of living entertainment area for this second floor. So let's go ahead and see what color we do for this area. So let's go ahead and spin and see what color we get for the living area. Please be a good color. Oh, so we got purple. Okay, purple's not bad, I don't think. I just don't feel like I've seen a ton of purple items, so we can make anything purple. We can make purple work. I don't know. I don't think I expected purple, but we can make purple work. Honestly, purple is mixing it up, so that's actually kind of fun that we got purple. I don't know what should we start with. Logically, I want to figure out, I feel like I want to move these. Yes. And then I think logically, I would have TV be here with the windows moved, or I could have the TV be there, but I think that's kind of weird to have it under the stairs. So the TV could be here, and it definitely doesn't fit on this wall if we turned around. So let's try to see, like, set it up this way. What couch would we want? Like, it'd be facing this way. I know some people don't. What am I trying to say? Some people love to have a couch that's like against the wall, but I think it's better when the couch is sort of like this, dividing the space a bit, and sort of have a couch like this. I'm not saying that we're using this couch, but I'm just trying to get a lay of what we want. I don't know if I love this couch though, but what I want to do first is do the sort of entertainment area and make sure that I like it. There's this entertainment table, but it's like very small, right? There's this one, and I can make it a little like longer, which I kind of like. Or there's this one, again, very small, but I can make it long. Maybe not that long, that looks sort of silly, but have it be like this long. Does it still look weird? I feel like it's normal to have like a longer entertainment table, you know? Like that's kind of what I have in my actual house, but it kind of looks weird in this game. This one I kind of like the most, so let's make it purple. What colors? We did like the base dark and then this light like this. How do we feel about that? Or should all of it be the same color? Because we could have it all be the same color, maybe like that for now. Let me see what the TV, so I can sort of vibe. Let's look up a TV. Do I not have a TV? Wait, is there no TV? Wait, there might not be a TV, in which case that kind of changes things. Because this is an early access game, so they don't have everything in, so they might not have a TV. Forget what I said, because they do have TVs. I just was not able to find it. So there's this TV there. I don't know. I kind of like a big TV, guys. So like I kind of like want it to be pretty big. Also, is that too big? I feel like I like it like that way. Let's add in a gaming console because it's very me, clearly. Oh my gosh, and a little switch. They call it a gamini. Like add in a little switch. It can be purple. Let's do like a light purple. Have it be like a light purple like that. It's cute. Maybe we should have the little gaming console be the same color as this. Like that's super cute, I think. Let's get rid of this. And so the couch, then let's go back to the couch. Do we like this couch? Like it's okay. What other couches? I don't like that couch. We do like this sort of couch situation that like just sort of is, you can just make it as long or short. Or we could just have a very modern couch like this. And then like maybe have it like this sort of turned. I know we sort of already used this outside, but I love these little things to sit on. Just little cushions that you can sit on. We might get rid of it and actually do an actual chair, so let's hold off on that. And let's try this couch and like changing to a different purple. I'm trying to think of like how many purples do we add in here? Like, should we make this purple the same? Let's try that. Should we have the couch like this? This purple matches the gaming console and everything. Does that make sense? Let's add a rug and see if this ties together. Sort of rugs. This one's already purple. Not that we have to keep it this way, but having it be like large here, obviously we need to move it. I don't know how I feel about that. For this area, this rug could be somewhere in this area. If we're doing like a little book nook area, then maybe it could be there. Let's look at another rug for in here though. Oh my gosh, we could finally maybe add this rug that I wanted for downstairs. I don't know, I just love this rug. Let's see it in a purple, darker purple. I don't know how many different purples we can add before this is too many purples. I don't know. Let's just keep going and see. A little coffee table in the middle. What vibe of the table? Do we just want something simple like this? And then honestly, maybe size it down or something like that. Is that strange? Just a block like that. See this in a different color. Maybe like this, and then we change the color of the couch. The couch could be the same color of the entertainment table, and then the rug. What if the rug was more muted like this? I just don't know how I feel. All right. When I'm stuck like this, I think I just start adding decor and see if it makes it better or if I still hate it. So let's do that. Let's add some decor. The walls are looking yuck. So let's see. Maybe what we want to do is paint this back wall and make it something like that. Maybe stripes. Is that too much? We could do like this horizontal stripes a little better. And then not this purple though. Is that purple crazy? Or we could do like the purple like this, or do we just hate this? I don't know. Maybe we could do something like this and have it be purple. What about like this and then we change the green to like that? Ooh, wait, I think I really like this. I don't know, am I crazy for liking this? Let's try to work around this. Does a chair like this work in the space? Should we bring the couch back? And then that opens the space a bit more. And then that. Then I just feel like maybe the coffee table should be longer if we're like opening the space. Is anything I'm doing making sense to anyone but me? Like, does this make sense to people? You know what? It makes sense to me. Unless we add this. Ooh, maybe this is in the nook area. I said like maybe this backspace could be like a reading nook, and it always, if you are a reader, then you understand. But even like a game or two, like imagine like playing your Switch in this little nest area or reading a book. Does that not sound like the best thing ever? Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Like maybe like this, and let's change the colors a little bit on this rug. So then it's like this. We make the rug a little bigger like that. Let's look at bookshelves. Where do we find bookshelves? I know I do so many things so backwards, but ooh, I kind of like these. I end up getting everything done. Okay, so what I'm thinking here is I want there to be bookshelves lining all of this, but obviously there are windows here. So I'm thinking I want like short shelves under the windows and a bigger shelf here. I just don't know if that's gonna work. If people understand my vision, like this is like would be ideal if it worked, and then I could copy it and like that, and then have something big in the middle, this sort of situation. But I don't like this. Should we go back to this? And does this look nice? The problem is that nothing like goes nicely flush, so I feel like I should just use something that's very obviously doesn't go together. So you see how like I want it to be like in the middle, but it doesn't allow me to do that. It allows me to only go on one side and not have it centered in the middle. And because I'm very new to Paralives, this might just be something that I haven't learned how to do yet, but that really bothers me, so it doesn't work. So one way to solve this is if I just move the windows just a little bit. So maybe something like this, and then let's change the color purple. So I kind of like this a lot. Ooh, should these be like a darker purple? That looks cute. Since we have this fun pattern over there, should we add a fun wall pattern here? I don't even know if it should be the same one or different, because we could do something different and have it be like this. That's pretty fun. Or like this. I really like this, but maybe in a different purple that's a bit more. What about this? I think I really like that. Ooh, I really love that actually. So now let's finish this place up and then we'll go back to the rest of the living room, but let's like add like a plant. Plants always save everything. Or should we have it be a little nightstand and not be a plant there? I don't know. A little nightstand. Let's see if we can find something like that. Something tiny, like if we size this down and make it a bit skinnier like that, and then we can add some decor on top of it. Hold on. Like a little plant, and then maybe an open book. Yes, because it is that. And then I was thinking, let's just see how this looks. Like if we add a divider in between, I don't know. So it's a division of space a little bit. I never used dividers, so I'm like not entirely sure how I feel about it. Let's see how we feel. But let's decorate the rest of the living room and sort of see how it goes together, because we might just get rid of it. Right, so this is what we figured out for the living room and reading nook area. I really like it. We've got some decor up. This is the living room side and I really love it. I think this is super cute, and I feel like, yes, it's a bit cluttered, but I like a little bit of a cluttered space more. I think it feels a little bit more lived in, and you can still get through the stairs, like up the stairs and down the stairs, so I think it's fine. I like a more cluttered space. I could even add a little plant here. I know that makes it more cluttered, but I could add a little plant here. Yep, a plant there, sized down a little bit. So now we're gonna work on this top floor, and what we got here is a bathroom, a little tiny office area maybe, or some area like that. I'm thinking an office because I'm not sure what else it would be. And then a bedroom. So it's gonna be like a smaller bedroom. So let's start with the bedroom and see what color we get there. Let's spin the wheel and see what we get for the bedroom. What color are we gonna get? So we've already done green, so I'm just gonna remove green and let's try again. I forgot that I should have removed the colors as we went, because we've already done brown too. I think there's enough where we can get away with removing them. So let's try again for the bedroom. Let's hope we don't get one we already got again. The bedroom's gonna be blue, and I'm not mad at that. I do love blue. It's one of my favorite colors besides green, obviously. I love green, but I love blue as well. So I am not mad at blue. Let's see what we can do with some blue. So here's the bed situations. What is this? This is crazy. Here's this bed. So because the bedroom's so small, I was gonna do a double bed situation, which I know you can stretch it out here and make anything like a double bed, but that does use up all our space, which I guess is fine since they have a separate living room area that's very big, a reading nook, and they're gonna have an office. It's okay for her to have a small bedroom that's literally just to sleep. I actually really am okay with that idea. Now let's look at the blues that we can do. I feel like there's a lot that we can do with blue. I kind of like this blue. And let's see about a rug, tying this in leopard print. It's not leopard print, it's zebra print. We could do like zebra print. Like, is that a little crazy? Kind of like a girl boss. She's obviously, based off of her kitchen and her living room, she's obviously does not play it safe. So we're gonna do a lot of patterns. See what we've got for different patterns. Let's switch up the coloring and see what we can do. So this, maybe like white here, darker blue there. Let's see, I kind of like that. Let's see about walls actually, because now that we've gotten like a wall situation going, let's see what we can do. actually, let's see if we can add different walls here. I don't know if that's, the kitchen's kind of a lot, so I don't know if we should just keep kitchen as is, or if we can do a little yellow situation like that for yellow. I think we're gonna keep that for the kitchen. I know we keep like going back to the kitchen and adding more things, but I'm still learning the game and think that makes it a little bit more interesting. So for the bedroom, let's look at different patterns. We could keep going with this floral since we've got a little floral going. There's that we already used. That is interesting. That being a statement. That is quite the statement. I just don't know that that's the statement that we want to make. It just looks like paint marks. I don't know that that's pretty. There's this bit of a sophisticated pattern going on. Or here. We could do something. I don't know how crazy we want to be. I'm struggling with this one. I do not know what I should do for the, I don't know which one I should choose for the wallpaper. Maybe we would go with this one. And I know I've been keeping the stone, but I just really like the idea that there's like stone. I just like the vibe of this house. So I'm keeping the stone where it is. And then we're going to try to work with this wallpaper because it's something I wouldn't usually use. I do think I want to change out the rug though, if we're going to go with that. So let's look at a rug that I would enjoy better with this wallpaper. And I'm a person that likes to try to go heavy with mismatching patterns. I don't know what it is about it, but I really like it. So we'll see if we keep this rug or if we change it, but let's get some nightstands in. What's our nightstands? Do we keep it really simple and just go with like these matching? Or we could go with like these. What do you feel about those? Or maybe like a little table here as a nightstand. Is that one cute? And obviously we changed the color of it. Is that cute? Like it on each side. Are they better sized up a bit? Let me see about lamps. I'm not looking for floor lamps. I'm looking for table lamps. These lamps. These lamps. This one's a bit crazy. That's not the vibe we're going for though. This. I think that fits the space. Fits the space well. The more I'm looking at this rug, the more I'm thinking that we're probably going to change it, but let's keep going first. Thinking a long painting here like that. Let's see what we can find. Like something like this. If we could find something like that and be blue, or like this and just have the frame be blue and have it be like that, it kind of fits the vibe. But is that just ugly? This kind of fits the vibe, but like it's like, why do you have like a ship in a storm as decor in your room like that? I don't know about that. Versus this. It's stretched out. That looks weird anyway. I'm feeling like I need more paintings. We have something like this above. Like sort of some cool lights. Ooh. Really trying my best to not overcrowd this room because it's very small. I say that and then I'm trying to add this big plant. We just need to fill the space a bit. Ooh. And then I was trying to see if we could add a little wardrobe, but I feel like that's pushing it. I wanted it to work. I think even in its smallest state, it's pushing it. Unless we just make the bed just... I wish the bed would just go a tiny bit smaller while still being a double bed. Is this pushing it? I don't know. I'm definitely pushing it, but I feel like it holds. Right? And then... what if we changed it to this rug? Maybe that fits the space a little better. And what if I just a bike? Can I size this up? Bro, hear me out. I like the idea of her being a bike person. I want to see if this fits anywhere. She just has her bike in this little corner. I've been wanting to have something in the corner there, so that kind of works. But does that mean the bike has to be yellow because it's in the yellow room? I'm okay with that. Now, back to not being distracted and finishing up the bedroom. These walls are very empty, so let's see. Hear me out, but I think this fits. I know it's very cluttered, but I think if I had a room this small, I would be making anything work. And I think anybody else would be doing the same. So let's add some shoes up here. I really like that you can add shoes there. Let's add another pair maybe like this, and then size this down a bit like that. Let's change the color of these shoes. They don't all, everything doesn't have to be blue, just like most things. So I think this works a little bit because it just doesn't make sense that she doesn't have any clothes anywhere. Sort of paintings there makes sense. The idea of these being like a bit off center, I know that's gonna bother some people, but I think it just makes it more realistic to like a real house. Like if you were to put this up, or maybe I'll make it look a little bit better, but like that. Oh, so this is the room. I really like how it turned out. I think it looks very lived in and realistic. Let's add some curtains. What fits the space better, like these blinds or the curtains? And these curtains can even go down to the floor, but it does slightly clip a little bit, which is bothering me. Usually clipping doesn't bother me that much, but these are clipping. They just don't work with those specific windows. Like maybe this one's pretty far down, but then this one's up a little bit. I like that. This is the finished bedroom. I love it. I think it's a bedroom that I personally would have. A little bit of a mix of style because I never stick to one aesthetic, so that just feels like me. All right, so next is the bathroom or the office. Let's go with the bathroom and see what color we get. Ooh, this one's exciting. I don't know why, but it feels exciting. So let's see what color we get for the bathroom. And the color we get, ooh, we did yellow. So gotta remove that. What color? We're on our last few colors. We don't have that many. All right, so we got white. White is super easy for a bathroom, so let's go ahead and get that done. Here, we're using this space as the bathroom because I just think that makes more sense than the office. I don't know if I'm wrong on that thinking. I don't know. In my opinion, this just gives bathroom. And this is going to be the full bathroom since downstairs we only have a little half bath. So a toilet would be nice. A simple white toilet. Should we have the toilet be there? Let's look at the shower. Could we get away with having a full-size shower there? But how do I wish I could flip it. I don't know how I feel about this situation. That is too close. That doesn't look good. So maybe we don't have a full. Maybe we just do the shower like this and then look at that. It is a bit of an awkward space. So the shower could be like that. Let's change this curtain. Everything's gotta be pretty white, which is easy but a bit boring. Or we could do like this. Actually, this might work. Hold on. I want this to work, but I just don't know. I'll try. The only thing is I just don't know where I could put everything. I think the sink being here would just be weird. I could put the toilet here. Is the toilet there then sink there? Is that strange? Who cares if the toilet is hidden? It's the toilet, you know? And you can walk through that. It's not the most comfortable walk through, but you could. It's kind of just a weird space that this is just nothing here. What do we think? Could be toilet here, sink here, and then this wall is where the mirror is. That's a tight space as well. Honestly, just move this wall out. It is less weird, and then we deal with that when the time comes in the shower or the office. I don't know. Should the office be normal or should this be strange? Let me know down below which one you think works better. I think I'm gonna go with this side. I think that just, to me, works better, but I don't know. This is a tough one, I'm not gonna lie. All right, a mirror. Let's see this mirror and make it bigger, or change this. I forgot to change the sink so that it's white. That very white. Let's get the toilet roll. I always have extra toilet paper on the toilet, so I put that there, but then where's that? Here we go. The actual toilet roll right there. Or should it be on this there? I think that's a little more natural. I don't know. Then above here, towel. Let's make that towel white. Perfect. And then another area for a towel. You can never have too many, period. Put that there. Lacing some things down here. I have the little toilet brush. And some products onto the bathtub, just chilling. Toothpaste on the other side. Is there cabinets here? And stretch it out so it's like that. Is that weird? I wish that they could not jet out as much. That could be a me problem, like not knowing how to do this. Or something like this. Downsize it maybe? It doesn't let me downsize this. Something like this works. Or we could do this one. I think that one's cuter. And we can get away with stretching this, I think. It's small enough to where it works. White. I'm gonna put a bunch of stuff on it and then I'll be back. So I added some clutter to the shelf. It's got some health stuff, some towels, some extra toilet paper, tissue, that sort of thing. So I think that works pretty well. And then I got some dirty clothes there because again, I don't know what it is about me making places dirtier, but I feel like it makes it look more like a house. Then can we add just a plain white rug? Just make this white. Hold on. Make that white too. A little waste bin. Should we move this whole thing over just like a smidge and then have the waste bin there? Cute. Or should we have the waste bin actually be here? That probably makes more sense. And then we can move this back over and I think that works. So we have the white bathroom, not too much going on. Should we add something there, like a painting, or should we just leave it? I don't know. This situation and then this. I always feel like something like that. Obviously we're gonna add the paintings in. This little collage situation, let's add some of the paintings actually in it. Try to keep like a white theme for the most part. Something like that. Let's actually change this so you can see it a little bit better. Something like that. Okay, you can't really tell, but all of these paintings are like pictures of like dogs and cats, which I think is super cute. You can barely see it, but yes, those are dogs and cats. Okay, then we've got that little collage there. We could add something right here. A little painting here or something like that. That seashells sort of match a bathroom vibe to me. I don't know. So this is the white bathroom we've got. We added a lot of color with the clutter because we can get away with it with that. But this is the white bathroom. I like it. So now let's get to the office area. And we're going to see what color we get for the office. Now, I don't even remember what colors do we have left. So the actual colors that we have left are black and pink since we already used purple. So it's either going to be black or pink. Let's see. It's going to be a black office. Got it. And then I'm thinking after this, we sort of do like this little hallway area and we sort of add a few things there. But first, let's focus on the office and what we want to do. So first thing I'm noticing is obviously the windows are off center. So the first thought would obviously be have a desk be here. But since the windows are off center, that looks odd. So we could have the desk be here and sort of have a different situation going there. Or do we just move the windows? Maybe the windows move like that and then the desks here makes sense. Because we can have something in the middle there once we get to it. But let's finish this area. Let's add a whole setup. She's going to be a gamer, so we have this setup. One thing I've noticed, why can't I make this bigger? I want this whole setup to be bigger because it's weirdly small, right? None of these can be made bigger. It almost makes me want to have a laptop and a console situation, and we'll just say it works, and then sort of like books lining the back of this because I just didn't like how small that was. It just didn't make sense to me. We can sort of have this situation here. Let's make this black though, and this black as well. She's a girl with hobbies, so actually over here we can have something like this. An easel. I just want to see something really fast. Could we? Oh my gosh, you can. Wait, does it work? Can't really tell. Never mind, that doesn't really work. Let's get the chair. This chair looks nice. A rug. The rug really just ties everything in so I can sort of see what we've got going on. I'm like thinking, do we add the rug here, the zebra print rug, since we didn't use it before? The black is just like so serious and it just doesn't match the rest of the house. That this adds in a little bit of flair. Then we'll have a different rug somewhere else. maybe does this look odd if it was black? And then we should just set it here, size it down a little bit and sort of have it here. And then let's see if we can get like a small little chair that can be like something like this and make it smaller, or something like this. Let's see this in black. Thing that we can make smaller, or that is just very small, because all of these are a little too big. No? Is that too big? I guess it fits the space. Does this one work better with the aesthetic? Obviously go back to black, or should we have it like this? This is I don't like this. No, this in black like that, or this one. Ooh, this one's cuter. Let's put it in black. Cute. There's that. And then should we go back to wallpapering and do something like this? Ooh, I like that. And then let's do some more wall decor. Liven up the situation, see if we like it. I don't know if in the middle here we could add like a mirror. Can I size this down? I can. If we had a mirror there, maybe not that one. Not really what I'm looking for. Just a little table situation. Storage, something here. Even if it's just like this, or it could be a dresser. Ooh, how about that in the middle there? And then we'll have stuff to put on it, obviously. And we could have something big like this, but I think we'd have to size it down a bit over here and make it black there. Move this chair a bit and have it like this. This works. Ooh, this room's coming together. Let's add a painting, something black. That's a bit scary, so maybe we don't go with that. I definitely want to play around with adding my own paintings in, but this is not something we have to today, but definitely something for the future that I want to do. Maybe just like that, aspirational. We're gonna have the plants out and about over here, because like a giant mirror in black. That little one, actually have this in real life, which is really funny, but that's probably quite common. Some more paintings, something here. Scale fit, and then something like that. We just do these walls, maybe just these walls be plain black, maybe something like this. I think I like that. Like have it like this. Yes, I like this. I am really into the vibe we've curated. Add a bunch of clutter into here, so let me do that. Got some candles. They probably shouldn't be on the highest shelf, but who cares? So we added some clutter, and this is the office. I quite love it. Right, black office done, and then we've just got this little area here, and I'm thinking since we have pink left, let's make this little hallway pink, because why not? We can't just not add pink to this build, so let's do that. So are we thinking fun pattern anywhere on these walls? Maybe this, and then here add like a pink. So here's the walls for this little entryway. I do like this. Let's see what I was thinking, and I don't know if it'll work. I was thinking, how weird would it be if we had a little like outdoor bench here? Is that strange? And the only reason is because this is just an awkward space. Technically, you could go and sit on that. How weird is that? I don't know. I'm gonna keep it for now. And then have this little space here. Is there like a taller version of this? If I find it later. Oh duh, because I was still in benches. I just want a skinny little table that could be here. I don't know that I can find that. Let's just look up table. I don't know that I can find what I'm looking for. If this was higher, I would love, but it's just so short. So I can make this pretty skinny. It's still not the height that I want, but that lets me know maybe I can find something with the height that I want and then like make it skinny. So let's see if that works. Maybe a dresser. Like this dresser. I know that we use this in the office, but you can reuse things, especially when you change the color. It's completely fine to reuse things. Ooh, we could have it like be like a hot pink. How do we feel about that? Maybe not. A pink like this though, and then let's look at patterns. A little bit of a dresser pattern. This can match this maybe. We did like that. You probably already knew I was going to say that, but let's add some decor and see if it fits or if I just hate it. Something like that there. Ooh, like this or something like that. Cute. And I think that matches like the wall. More decor. Paint. Let's add, come on, some plants. This little entryway so it covers both. How do we feel about that? Because it's kind of weird to have two rugs there, but I wanted a rug there. And then this rug be for the bedroom. I don't know, I like being a little strange with my choices. Because who just wants a bunch of boring houses? Like boring houses with a bunch of boring decor is just not it. And she is a book girly. I'm sorry, I love my books and you know what? I'm not sorry. I do love my books. Maybe that's too many books, but maybe the idea of too many books should not be a thing. I have no idea what I'm saying, but I do like these. And then maybe in a shelf here. I do not know why I was not using shelves that much before, but the shelves here are very cute. Now I won't lie, it is a little bit difficult. There's not that many like things to switch it up, but it's quite fun to be creative. So let's keep going and adding decor. Ooh, that being there, that's super cute. Like that. Have that be pink. You can even have things on top of it. Let's see, like different. I don't know, this is cute to me. What else can we add? Ooh, why is that little duck actually cute? So that's that. This is a little entryway. I love this little entryway. This is actually super cute. That might even be the cutest part of the room. So we're done with this and we've done the whole house. That's insane. To recap, we've got the yellow kitchen. Cute. So cute from all angles. We've got the little brown bathroom. Even here, I'm still adding things as we go because whatever. I think even adding the little brown there, that's super cute. So here's the brown bathroom. Yeah, I love it. And then look at this green patio or terrace situation. So cute. I love it. And on the second floor, we've got the living room situation, super cute, and then the little reading nook space in purple. Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed. This would be a dream to live in, would it not be? Like, I love it. I don't know, maybe I'm just a little weird. And then to recap, with the bedroom, love the bedroom. Here's the walls and everything in the bedroom is super cute. And the white bathroom, super simple. Oh, I don't know where this got added. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I don't know how long that's been there, but we put that away. Here's the white bathroom. Look at that black office. So cute. Super nice. I love it. And the pink little hallway, which added a flair that I didn't think we'd need, but it really wrapped it all together. I really love this. So that was all for this challenge. That was super, super fun to do that Paralives challenge build where every single room is a different color. So if you enjoyed this challenge, please let me know down below and let me know other Paralives challenges you'd want me to do, whether that's build challenges or whatever. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.